Have you ever lost a loved one? So many of us, I think, can identify with that. And it's amazing how God's grace can sustain you in that loss, how God's grace can get you through that difficulty and can get you through that dilemma of life. Now, there's a scripture in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, and I would encourage you to read it. It starts with verse 13 and read to the end of the chapter. But it starts out like this: I would not have you to be ignorant, brethren, concerning those which have died, that you sorrow not, even as others which have no hope. You see, our sorrow when our loved one is a Christian, that is a sorrow out of loss and out of love, and not out of hopelessness. Because indeed, if our loved one is saved, a follower of Jesus Christ, is a Christian believer, then at that point it becomes a celebration of life, not a grievance of loss. Let me say that again. It becomes a celebration of life, not a grievance of loss. Yes, our hearts are heavy, our hearts are burdened, because that loved one has gone on to be with Jesus. But I want to encourage you, it's at that point that we understand our sorrow isn't out of hopelessness. It's just out of love, and it's out of our loss. But we still celebrate life. We don't grieve loss. Oh, let me encourage you. May God's grace be sufficient for you today in the loss of that loved one. Old Vance Havner, the evangelist from the Carolinas, used to say, you haven't lost someone if you know where they are. Well, that's exactly correct. You haven't lost someone if you know where they are. And if you know that your loved one is in the presence of God with Jesus Christ today, then let's celebrate life.